initial thing that they told me, they thought it was my heart. So they did all kinds of tests on my heart, and they came back and they said, we have good news. It's not your heart. Your heart's in perfect shape. But we do have some bad news. You have 6% kidney function left. 4 hours later, Dr. Hines, my nephrologist, showed up and explained that the odds of my kidney function coming back were very slim, and I would immediately start chemotherapy to fight my autoimmune deficiency. And I would immediately go into a biopsy of my kidney to find out if there's even a chance of saving it. And that visit turned into just a quick run to the emergency room, hoping that we could get a shot and get fixed. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, found out I had an autoimmune deficiency that I was born with, and that inevitably I'd go on dialysis, and if I wanted to live, more than 3 or 4 years, I'd have to get a kidney transplant pretty quickly. When I first got sick, they put me on hemodialysis. I had an emergency shunt put directly into the artery going into your heart. And hemodialysis was probably the worst experience in my short time. Because I was young and healthy, your body fights hemodialysis. As you get older, hemodialysis is a little easier for your body. Your body kind of accepts it. Mine rejected it and hated it. So I had to do it for 4.5 hours, 3 days a week. After hemodialysis, your entire day's ruined. You come home, you have a migraine the entire time. You're dehydrated, but you can't drink water. You're hungry, but you can't eat. You have no taste buds because dialysis ruined all your taste. As soon as I went on that, it was life-changing. I got back to 90%, 93% of what my life was before. Now, obviously, with the shunt in my stomach, I couldn't go swimming, or, I had to be very careful. I had to be very, worried about bacteria, but close to 100%, as close as you can get. Heart health is, extremely important for everything in your body, but extremely important for kidney, because your kidney's a line of defense to keep poisons from your heart. From the day that I started making up my mind that I was going to stay extremely healthy, we just concentrated on heart health, and that's basically what we did. Eat right, low salt, cardio, which wasn't really in my vocabulary before. It was mainly just weightlifting, and now it's it's transitioned to just keeping my heart healthy. They said that you're going to be shocked when you wake up from your kidney transplant. And they're like, most people want to run around and forget about the pain they're in because their body feels so rejuvenated. And it was just like that. It was one of the greatest highs that you could feel. The recovery afterwards was just like a normal scar, and it was easier to deal with knowing that I wasn't on dialysis. So I didn't come home and mope around because I had I did everything I could to get up and walk and move. And I believe I was told I wasn't supposed to go back to the gym for 6 to 8 weeks. And if I haven't marked down right, I was back in 29 days after my surgery. So, and again, it's not that I was so tough about it, it's that I felt so good. It was just the pain and a scar that I could deal with. I wasn't hooking up to a machine. It was, I'd been given a second chance on life, so I was going to use the days as much as possible. Before I was sick, I would always hear people say that the thing they were going through that was horrible, or a sickness, was a blessing, and how it changed their life for the good. And I was always, in my head, I always thought that was a joke, or they were just saying it trying to make themselves feel better. And it almost irritated me when people said that. And honest to God, I'm sitting here and I'm going to say that as bad as everything was, and some of the low points we had, it was a blessing in many ways.